what happened? Because they cut the lead to 9 after y'all were up by 12 minutes.
Yeah.
In the second half, I mean, there were teams lapse and they started making threes, which is something that you wanted to stop. What happened there on defense and stuff?
It just against a team like Belmont and a program like Belmont, when you make a mistake, a lot of times simply they just make you pay. Evan Brads is one of the best offensive players in the country, regardless of level. We talked about him ad nauseum for however many prep hours we put into it. He was the focal point of the scouting report, and we threw a bunch of different bodies at him and gave him a bunch of different looks, and he goes 7 of 9. He's really difficult to defend. And then they spread the floor most of the time with 4 shooters around him. And we had a miscommunication on an open 3 for 32. We lost Brad's in a switch where we didn't communicate. We missed a couple blockouts. Again, we didn't hit on all cylinders defensively. Fortunately, they missed a couple for us, but they cut it to 9 because they're really good. They're really good offensively, and we just made a few mistakes there.
There was a stretch early in the second half too where you guys were kind of searching for it back offensively, and then you bring Canyon in, and obviously you help make that spurt. Were you kind of thinking at that point, hey, we need a little offense, turn to him, or the substitution at that time, or what was?
No, it's more. I'm sure Kevin, there'll be decisions we make like that if we're really. I thought we were in a decent flow offensively for the most part throughout the 40 minutes. Decent for us. I told our guys I thought we played a little bit slower offensively, mentally, which is a good thing. Thought we let it come to us for the most part, although we were sprinting and our bodies were moving fast. Our minds, we were settled in a little bit more versus playing with a little bit more jitters versus St. Bonaventure. I thought that we were pressing a little bit versus St. Bonaventure, trying to hit home runs. So I liked our pace better. We had 12 turnovers. I think it's a little bit misleading with a couple offensive foul ball screen situations. We had one where Casey tripped on an official. We had a duck in there late in the game where we tried to throw it to Kavaris and went out of bounds. So I think luck had a little bit to do with the 12 turnovers. We were close to only having 7 or 8, 9, which would be a big improvement from our last game. The Canyon run was more. Canyon's a good player, and our guards did a good job of getting him the ball, and our substitution pattern is more based on, I want to play Canyon more minutes, but I love Justin Leon out there in the court, and I love Devin Robinson out there in the court the way that he's playing right now. So it's just, I'm trying to keep them fresh, trying to keep guys in and out of the game, trying to get them in and out of the game as much as possible so we can play with a really high intensity level, especially defensively, against a team like this.
What was it like coaching against a legend like Coach Bird tonight at Belmont?
It's an honor to coach against Coach Bird. As a young assistant coach, I was fortunate enough to compete against him when I was at Jacksonville State, and I've always had a ton of respect and admiration for him and his program, the way that they run a program, what he stands for. They've always played really, really, really hard, and he's always done a great job of evaluating and getting blue-collar guys that get better, and they're always just really difficult to match up with. They do a tremendous job of preparing their scouts. Guys won 700 and something games. There's a lot of respect there for sure.
And then your first big power conference game coming up against Seton Hall. What do you know about their team this year, and what can you expect?
Absolutely nothing. I don't know anything about Seton Hall, other than they have a proud tradition. I know Kevin Willard's done a good job up there. I haven't seen him this year. We had all of our focus on Belmont, but we'll dive into Seton Hall tonight.
You mentioned the pace. Did the fact that they shot 23s and those missed threes can lead to long rebounds help push the semi-transition? Did that factor into the pace as well, you think?
Yeah, in terms of us getting out in transition
Yeah.
offense? Yeah, no question. I mean, there were a ton of long rebounds. Unfortunately, a few that they got because human nature is when the shot goes up and your coaches are screaming, go rebound the ball to go sprint up under the goal. And sometimes we've got 3 guys under the goal and the ball bounces over our heads, and that's not a good enough attention to detail because that's not what we teach. It's not what we work on a daily basis. Rebounds were going to be longer in this game. Our blockouts needed to be more extended than normal, and it's just easier said than done. When fatigue sets in mentally, that's the challenge, and that's what really good defensive teams do is they're able to execute that level again of accountability in terms of just doing your job, whether you're tired or not, whether it's the first 5 minutes of the game and you're trying to set the tone, or the second 5 minutes of the second half when you get up double figures or what have you. We're not that we're an immature team, but we've got to continue to strive toward more and more maturity.
We talked in the preseason about how Kenyon had a versatile game, wasn't just outside shooter.
Yeah.
He kind of showed that for you in that stretch with 11 points where he was cutting and hitting mid-range jumpers and everything.
Yeah, he had a pass, a really good look to Keystone that we didn't quite convert through some contact there. I think it went out. I think it was still our ball some point late in the game. So he's a good passer. He's just he's a quick thinker. He's got a really quick first step. He's kind of understands what he's doing with it almost before other guys at times. He's a really versatile player, and he's an experienced player, and we've got to continue to find ways to get him more and more involved in the offense and get him space to drive it a little bit, and obviously we want him to get open looks as well, but he's not only a catch and shoot guy, but he can create for himself, he can create for others, and he got it going offensively tonight and the other day. He's in a good rhythm right now. Anything else?
Is there anything to be said for just that you're winning these games pretty convincingly? I know Bonaventure was closer, but you have 3 pretty lopsided wins so far.
Not really. I mean, we've got the way I look at it is we've beaten 4 pretty good teams on a neutral floors, and it's better than the alternative. But we've got a ways to go. Before the St. Bonaventure game, before tonight's game, and we'll say before Seton Hall, hey guys, I hope we win, but this is a long season, and more important than anything is us getting better. And as cliche as it sounds, that's what we've got to do. We've got to enjoy the process. We've got to have fun with it. We've got to continue to clean up mistakes. We've got to stay together, and we have a ways to go, and we all see it. You guys see it too. At times out there's a 5-minute stretch where, like I told our guys 10 minutes ago, you look like a pretty good team. Look like a good team. There's a 3-minute stretch where, my goodness, not enough timeouts for us. It looks so good, and I know it's early for everybody, but the exciting thing for this team is that we've shown it in spurts, and we've got to at some point put it together where we're doing it for longer spurts and doing it more often.
Point guard play, where do you see it at this point? What you're getting from Rowan Cheer?
I thought it wasn't Casey's best night offensively, of course, but when you look at the box, I'm just stating the obvious. But I thought he led. I thought he played with a lot of energy. Defensively, I thought he was good. He was vocal in timeouts in the second half, trying to get us going a little bit. Chris is making really good decisions. Chris defensively has been really good for us as well. I think that our point guard play is in a decent spot. Our point guards can get better, our 5s can get better, our wings can get better. Our point guards are playing better because they're a little bit older, and they've worked hard, and it's important to them. They're better than they were a year ago, and but we've got stuff that we can work on for sure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.